Like, so I don't understand why Cracker Barrel caused such an uproar that the president had to get involved. Other than it's more intertwined with Southern culture. I might just need you to explain this to me like I'm stupid because
Okay.
I don't understand why everyone was like all up in arms. This is very reminiscent to me of like the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle thing where I'm just like, it's jeans. I don't get it. I don't understand like the
hmm
drama.
Well, I think first and foremost, there's a huge cultural shift and a huge cultural backlash to the 2020 hyper woke era, where literally everything that even like people found insanely and irrationally remotely offensive was being removed and taken
Are we
away.
talking about
And
like
then,
Mrs. Butterworth's and Aunt
yes,
Jemima? Okay.
and like Aunt Jemima syrup, things like that, that were, remember when they were trying to get rid of
Uncle
Paw
Ben.
Patrol because Paw Patrol had a cop dog in it, like a police
Chase.
dog, and people
Yeah.
were trying to,
Uh-huh.
yeah, people were trying to remove Paw Patrol. Like there was a time when it was just like everything everywhere was trying to be removed. And, even like as extreme as statues that were torn down in my neighborhood and, buildings and things that everyone found offensive. And there's been such a cultural backlash to all of that in the last 5 years. And I think a lot of this stuff is the breeding ground for how Trump got reelected now. And I think people are just very sensitive. Cracker Barrel is a predominantly Southern chain, or I associate with like Southern food
Sure. It's
in
just
the
not
South.
available other places.
Yeah, exactly. I will say I don't think that the customers are all white. I've been to Cracker Barrel, like I said, many times, and I've always found it to be like lots of different kinds of people eating there, and lots of different races, and lots. It's like I couldn't say like this is just a white restaurant. That's like ridiculous.
Right.
So I think people are just hypersensitive to things being changed, and there's also this meme going around on Twitter that shows all the like, and again, this is like respectful to myself. I too am a white woman that wears dark framed glasses sometimes, so whatever. But it showed like the CEO of NPR, the woman that was responsible for the Budweiser insanity, the CEO of Cracker Barrel, and then there's one other woman I can't remember. There's all like older white woke women in charge for rebranding of these companies, and they're doing it in the image of what they like, which is probably like someone living in, Williamsburg, Brooklyn, thinking that everything that people in the middle of the country and red state people like is trash and backwards. And I'm going to tell you, my family works in the Budweiser business on my mom's side. You can Google it. Um, I lost a lot of money and clout because of the Dylan Mulvaney scandal. A lot of people were impacted on a lower level that worked for Anheuser-Busch in general. A lot of employees were impacted, and I think it was I tweeted, "Trust me, Cracker Barrel, know your audience, know your consumer." A Budweiser drinker is not someone who's going to be a fan of Dylan Mulvaney. And Budweiser, by the way, it is like clocked as one of like the worst economic decisions. It's like that and Coke Zero
Wow.
or Coke New Coke, like of all time. Like it's actually taught in business schools that like this is how you like screw up a brand royally. And I think Cracker Barrel was probably like, well, we don't want to Budweiser ourselves. Like you need to know, and your customer, you have to listen to your customer, and your customer is saying, I don't like this. So I think people are just very sensitive to the brands that make them feel nostalgic, to the restaurants that they frequent, and they don't want it changed by, and I say this as like a woman who wears dark glasses and used to live in New York City, but like they don't want it changed by people who live in, who live in these cities and don't understand why things are popular to begin with. So I understood I understood the controversy. I think it was a little overblown, but I think it's very smart that Cracker Barrel ended up listening to its audience and said, "All right, we're gonna go back to the way it was. Don't worry."